Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Azam Azaki and today I would like to present a kingdom protista. Kingdom protista is a diverse group of eukaryotic organisms. Protists are mostly unicellular but it can also be multicellular or colonial. Found in moist or aquatic environments, protists show features of both plant, animal and fungi. Okay, let's move to the characteristic of protists. Protists have a eukaryotic cell, meaning their cell have a well-defined nucleus and specialized structures called organelles. This make them more complex than bacteria. Okay, for reproduction, protists can reproduce in two ways. There is asexual and sexual. And for nutrients, protists have diverse feeding strategies, that is, autotroph, like algae produce their own food using sunlight through photosynthesis. Heterotroph, like amoeba, engulf and digest foods. Mesotroph, like euglena, can switch between photosynthesis and ingesting foods depending on condition. Look at a movement of the protista. Some protists use cilia or helides structure to move. Other protists move by using pseudopods, for example, amoeba. And Euglena protists use phlogisms, which like a tail, to move.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Alif Imran Muhammad Azmi. Now I'm going to share about the types of protists. Okay, first we have animal-like protists. It is also called as protozoa. It consists of a single cell and it is heterophobic and capable of moving. For example, it is amoebas, which have pseudopodia, and paramecia, which have cilia. The ecological role in animal-like protists is controlling population. Then we have plant-like protists. It is called as algae. It is single-celled diatoms and multicellular seaweed. It contains chlorophyll to produce photosynthesis, and also the example is green algae and dinoflagellates. The ecological role is photosynthesis. Then we have fungus-like protists. For fungus-like protists, we often call it as moths. It is absorptive feeders found on decaying organic matter. They produce with spores such as like fungus, and for example, it is slime moths, water moths. Then the ecological role is nutrient cycle. Now we're moving on to importance of protists. First, we have photosynthesis, which is the chlorophyll in plant-like protists. Then we have base of food chains. They are the simplest form, and then they can act as human use, such as in sugar and biofuel. Then we have disease caused, such as malaria. Then we have pathogens, the same as disease caused. Then food as the base of food chains. Then the source of biofuels, like also in the human uses.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Afiq Najmi bin Mian and my partner's name Muhammad Zuhairi bin Zainuddin. Now, we will continue this presentation with topic fungi. About the characteristics and structure of fungi, fungi are eukaryotes and heterotroph, and it also have cell wall but different composition from other organism. The cell wall made of chitin. Fungi have two different types. The first one, we have yeast. Yeast is the fungi with only one cell that are round or oval in shape. Second, molds. It have long filaments that resemble threads or branch make up hyphae. For the type of hyphae, we have two. The first one, we have septate hyphae. They become separate cells with one or more nuclei after being split by septa. And second, conocytic hyphae. It's not divided into separate parts.
Okay, so next is the classification of fungi. So the first one is Cytridiomycota. So the characteristic of this fungi is very simplest and the most primitive fungi. And the example of this fungi is Batrochytrium dendrobatidis. Next is Zygomycota. So the characteristic of the Zygomycota, it is the mostly terrestrial living asphaerophyte or parasite. And the example of the Zygomycota is the Rhizophus tononifel, or we can call it as the bread mold.
Next, we will continue with reproduction and life cycle. The first one, we have sexual spores, and the second one, we have asexual spores. For your information, both of these methods can separate by wine, water, and also animals. For the two important events in fungi life cycle, the first one, we have plasmogamy, which is it sets the stage for karyogamy, where the nuclei eventually fuse. Second, karyogamy, which is the nucleus fusion result in the formation of a diploid cell known as a zygote.
Next, we move to the role of fungi. So there are three roles of fungi. So the first one, fungi acts as the decomposer or spirophyte. The second one is the pathogen, and the third one as the carbon cycling. Next is economic importance. For the economic importance, there are two impacts, which are the positive impact and the negative impact. For the positive impact, there are four, which are the food industry, medicine production, agriculture, and the food sources. While for the negative impact, there are three, which are the human and animal disease, food spoilage, and industrial contamination. There are three reasons why we have to conserve this fungi. So the first one, we have to conserve this fungi because of the ecosystem stability. The second one is because of the biodiversity, and the last one is because of the economic importance of fungi. So how we want to conserve this fungi? So we can conserve the fungi by three steps, which are the habitat conservation, acts to conservation, and by the legislation and policy.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Faris Sikwan bin Asria. I want to continue about general characteristic of plantae. First is multicellular photoautotrough. Second is storage of carbohydrate as starch. The third one is cellulose as the major cell wall component. Plant ancestor is charophyte, and the last one is alternate between haploid gametophyte and diploid sporophyte phases.
Hi, my name is Omar Akmal. So the first key adaptation for land colonization is the root system. It absorbs water and also nutrients. Then we have the shoot system, which stem and leaf capture sunlight and also carbon dioxide. Third, we have the vascular tissue. Xylem and flowerworm allow efficient transport of water and also nutrients. Then we have the water conservation. The cuticle and stomata minimize water loss. And lastly, the secondary compound. Plants produce compounds for defense against herbivore and also UV radiation. The first major plant group is bryophyte. It is a non-vascular plant that needs moisture for reproduction. The adaptation is first cuticle. The waxy layer reduces water loss, aiding survival on land. Then we have stomata that allow gas exchange while minimizing water loss. The key group is mosses and also liverwort. It reproduces through sexual reproduction. It requires water for sperm to swim to egg. Asexual reproduction can reproduce through fragmentation or gamma. The importance is soil formation and also habitat, provide home for small organisms and support nutrient and cycling. The second major plant group is pteridophytes. It is a seedless vascular plant that have tissue for transporting water and also nutrients. The adaptation is root and shoot system and also larger size. It can grow larger and more complex than non-vascular plant. Their key group is fern and also hostel. Their sexual reproduction is similar to bryophytes. Water is needed for sperm to fertilize egg. For asexual reproduction, some fern can reproduce through rhizomes. Their importance is biodiversity and also ecosystem functioning.
So I want to continue about gymnosperm, which is vascular plant with seed exposed on cone. It have a needle-like leaf, thick cuticle, and reliance on wind pollination. It have four key groups, which is conifer, cycad, ginkgos, and genetophytes. For reproduction, male cone release pollen grain, female cone produce ovule. Fertilization leads by wind, so they are important, dominate forest, prevent soil erosion, and economic use like timber, paper, and resin. Next is angiosperm, which is vascular plant with seed enclosed in fruit. It has flower, attract pollinator for efficient reproduction, use double fertilization, and fruit, protect seed and assist in dispersal. So their key group is monocot and eudicote. And for their reproduction, pollen fertilize ovule in ovary, seed and fruit develop. So their important is dominate land ecosystem, vital for food, fiber and medicine, provide fruit, vegetable, grain and oil. And so in a conclusion, plant evolved from green algae, adapt to land with chlorophyll, cellulose and sporopollenin, has four major groups, bryophyte, pteridophyte, gymnosperm and angiosperm. It is important for provide oxygen, food and ecosystem support. That's all from us. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum.